Oh, man. Weird day today. Uh, Work was fine. I got out a little early. Went to get some comics. Went to the bank. And I got home. Talked to Garth for a little bit. And he wanted to hang out. I was just... I was falling asleep. Like, I told him I think I'm going to go to sleep. But I was watching the movie I'm going to review, Attenberg. But then I did fall asleep. Like, I'd watched half of it last night. And I'll finish it when I get home. I put it on and then just. I've been after work. I've been going for walks. No, just like 2 days, and I've been trying to exercise a little bit. And I think it just today just like caught up with me because I work. I work like 8, 9 hours, and usually I'm like I don't want to go for a walk or anything, but I was like, let me try and I I do a lot of stuff at work, but it's not exercise. So anyway, yeah, I woke up around 7 and just been dazed a little bit. I finished the movie and yeah. Well, I'm listening to Percussor, Ravenous Despondency. I really like this. This is like just a one-man project now. I think they're from, I want to say, they're a Pennsylvania band. I'm not sure on that. But I really like this. Just brutal. So, Attenberg, boldly conceived, dryly humorous, rare, brave, and stirring, playful, engaging, intriguing. Greece's official entry for the Academy Awards. Attenberg is a wonderfully deadpan, surprisingly touching coming of age story. 23-year-old Marina lives in a small factory town by the sea where she passes her time watching Sir David Attenborough's nature. I can't. And then when a visiting engineer comes to town, the two form a tentative relationship that pushes Marina into contact with a strange and complex world of adulthood. Yeah, this movie is pretty weird. I got it because I thought it was another film by Gorgos Lanthimos, who did Dogtooth, still one of the best movies I've ever seen. And then he's done The Lobster, The Favorite, Killing of a Sacred Deer. Man, I need to watch his movies again. Like I've seen him. I think I've seen all. He did The Alps, which I reviewed. So this director is Athena Rachel Zangari, and I like watching this. I was like, she must have worked on his movies. I'm gonna guess she did. I thought maybe Lanthimos had written this, but he must have had a hand in it. He stars in it, and you get to see him mostly naked. I was like, man, it's weird. It's like imagine if Tarantino or Scorsese did a nude scene, a sex scene, too, in a movie. So yeah, this movie starts out. It's crazy. These two girls, they go to a wall and they start like kissing and then tongue kissing, and then they just start licking each other's tongues. And the girl, Marina, I think like she's never kissed anyone. She's never had any kind of physical contact with anyone. So her friend, I can't remember her name. Belle or Bella. She's pretty promiscuous, so I guess she agrees to show Marina, what it's like to kiss. And Bella's telling Marina like it has to be more wet. You have to wet your tongue. That's why they start licking each other's tongues. And Marina says she doesn't like it. And I think Bella spits at her. One of them spits, and they just start spitting at each other. Then they drop down on all fours and start fighting, like not really fighting, but like charging each other back and forth and growling and acting like dogs or cats. And then I think one of them backs the other off, and the other one meows, and then they just run off. And then we get Ghost Rider by Suicide as the intro song. As well. I mean, I've been waiting for a movie to use Ghost Rider, and it's this. And I was like, oh, that's cool. If you haven't heard Ghost Rider by Suicide, just listen to it. It's awesome. So basically, this movie is just about Marina. She's a pretty awkward person. Her father's dying of some disease. I don't know what. I'm assuming it was cancer, but I never. If they said, I didn't catch it. And he seems to be like her only contact with, besides Bella, contact with other people. She doesn't like people. She says she's very awkward and also seems very standoffish. Like very hard to get to know and just like just not dumb but dense. Like you just can't. There's like an impenetrable wall around her. It seems like, but no one really tries to talk to her, except for Gorgos Lanthimos. She meets him, and then they start a relationship. And also, he likes suicide. Then you hear she's listening to Jukebox Baby by Alan Vega, the singer of Suicide, and that's one of my favorite songs too by him. I mean, I haven't heard much Alan Vega, but from what I've heard, that's my favorite song. So I was like, man, they really. I bet Gorgos likes. I'm guessing in real life he's a Suicide fan. So there's a lot of weirdness. Like it reminds me of Dogtooth. It's not as good as Dogtooth, but it's close. If you like Dogtooth, you would like this. I think there's a lot of not slow, but yeah, it's not slow. Like I was watching it, and before I knew it, like I was 45 minutes in. I read on a review that this was filmed on 35 millimeter, and in the review they said how like 35 millimeter is their favorite like look on the film, and I was like, yeah. Before I knew that, I was watching this. So this looks cool. Like this could be almost like a other world. Like you could have said maybe like some parts like the buildings they look because it's Greek. I never I don't know what Greece looks like. Their buildings, but if you said it was like on another planet, I would believe it. And it just looks the ocean and just the landscape. So that was pretty cool. And then there's these weird parts that have no context where her and her friend are just they walk down this like a sidewalk in this among these buildings, and they'll just walk hand in hand and sing, or they'll do these weird choreographed dances. Seemed to be just be doing it just to be weird, but it worked for the most part. It never felt like it seemed like these girls would do that. And it ends. There's really not much. There's no like conflict or like goal they have to achieve. She's just dealing with her father's like impending demise. And I thought, okay, spoiler, her father does die. I mean, you know it's gonna happen, but I thought, and she's gonna have like a breakdown and kill someone or hurt herself, but nothing like that happens. It just ends. So, and it's called Attenberg because she watches David Attenborough nature documentaries, but it didn't really seem to matter. Like I kept forgetting. She watches maybe like 3 or 4 times. That didn't seem to be like the focus though. Just more her just trying to interact with the few people she knows. Should you watch it? Yeah. I would say watch Dogtooth first. This isn't like action or horror but it is weird. If you like weird movies, like, and I was like, man, this is a weird movie, and there's no special effects, there's no monsters or CGI or like sci-fi element. There's nothing. Just people and talking and actions. I was like, this is pretty weird. Like she tells her father how she imagines him naked, but like he doesn't have any genitals. It's just like a doll, I guess. She's just weird. Oh yeah, and then I just looked it up. Like the main girl, Marina, Ariane Labed. She's gone on to be in some stuff. She was in the Black Mirror. She was in Alps right after this, and she was in the what's his name? Oh God, Magneto from the X-Men movies, and she was in Assassin's Creed. I almost want to see it just for her characters. What the hell does she do in Assassin's Creed? So that's cool, and she's not like a like a gorgeous beauty, or there's really nothing. You see her naked. She just looks at herself in the mirror, naked. Yeah, these. I don't know. I haven't seen that many Greek films, but I wonder if they've, because of Gorgos and Dogtooth and his weird films, if that's like started a genre of weird Greek movies. Uh, the director, Sangari, she's made a few other movies, and I'd kind of like to see one of them, see if they get any better or weirder or what. But this is pretty good. I give it a 3.5, because it's kind of there, and like not much happens, but I'm glad I watched it. So, man, and there's some movies that I still need to review. Weekends come in, time to get drunk and party. So we'll see what happens. But Attenberg, check it out. I'll see ya.